Hello, my name is Philip and welcome to today's video where we will learn how to give advice. Now, I need your help. I'm going on a date and I don't know what to wear. Should I wear this shirt? Or should I wear my favorite Christmas jumper? If you have a preference, click up here and help me choose. But for now, we are going to learn about the modal verb should. Should is a modal verb. That means it's followed by an infinitive. For example, you should wear the shirt. And should is the same for all persons, so he should wear the shirt. There is no third person s. To make it negative, we add not after should. This often gets contracted to shouldn't. For example, you shouldn't wear the jumper. It's too Christmassy. And to make a question, we use the modal verb should as an auxiliary, and then follow our ASI trick. For example, should I wear the shirt? Auxiliary, subject, infinitive. Or we can add a question word, what should I wear? And what do we use should for? We use should to give advice, to express when we think something is a good or a bad idea. For example, I think you should wear trousers, not jeans. This is someone's opinion about my date outfit. They recommend that I wear trousers. They think trousers are a better idea than jeans, so I should wear trousers. Very often we use the expression I think or in my opinion when we give advice, because opinion and advice is usually very subjective and therefore it really depends on the person. If we want to say something is a bad idea, we would use shouldn't, negative form. For example, I think we shouldn't wake him up. He was very tired last night. We should just let him sleep. Or we could say, I think we should use less plastic. It's really bad for the environment, so we should use less single-use plastic. Single-use plastic is a type of plastic that is only used once, for example, like food packaging or water bottles. And it's a good word for your dictionaries. Or I could say, you should have a face mask once a week. It's very good for your skin and it's a very relaxing thing to do. For example, on a Sunday night with a cup of tea. But you probably shouldn't do it when making a grammar video, should you? There's also an alternative to should, and that's the modal verb ought to. It means exactly the same thing as should, but it's a little bit more formal. So instead of saying you should wear the shirt, you could say you ought to wear the shirt. It's a modal verb, so it's still followed by an infinitive, and to make it negative, you again add not after it. For example, you ought not to wear the jumper. And talking about the verbs should and ought to, here is your quick bonus fact. Apart from should and ought to, we can also use the verb must to give advice, but with a slightly different meaning. When I say, you should read this book, it is really good, it's a good piece of advice. However, when I say, you must read this book, it's really good, that is an enthusiastic piece of advice. Using must instead of should means the book is really, really, really good and you must read it. It's an amazing book. So if you love the shirt, you could say, Philip, you must wear the shirt. It's amazing! It looks great on you! And if you need a refresh on other uses of the verb must, you must click up here to go and watch my video on it. Talking about the pronunciation of the verb should, it has three sounds. Sh, u, d. The u sound is short, and you put your lips out a little bit to make the sound. U, u, should, should. You should wear the shirt. In spoken English, the u sound in should is often replaced with our famous weak sound which is produced at the back of the throat. Should. You should wear the shirt. We're going to practice it using 3 sentences with the verb should. We'll practice both the strong sound, U, first, and then the weak sound, First, listen to me as I pronounce the first sentence with the U sound. Then I'll give you 5 seconds to repeat. And after that, we'll repeat the same sentence with the strong sound together. Afterwards, we'll do exactly the same with the same sentence, but using the weak sound. Ready? You should call him. You should call him. You should call him. You should call him. You shouldn't wear a hat. 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 You should go home. You should go home. You should go home. You should go home. Now it's time to check what you have learned. I'm going to ask you 5 questions. Pause the video after each question if you need some time to think about the answer, and then check the answers, which will be in the description of the video down below. Question 1. What verb do we use after should? Question 2. What expression, which is usually 2 words, do we often use with the modal verb should? Question 3. Which verbs can we use as alternatives to should? Question 4. How do we create the negative form of ought to? Question 5. How many different ways can we pronounce the verb should? And don't forget to follow the link in the description of the video down below to go and practice should. I have designed some exercises especially for you, so you should try them out. I hope my explanation of the modal verb should was helpful for you, and that you now know how to give advice. If it was helpful, you should give me a like. If you want to learn more, you ought to click on my face down here to subscribe, so you know when I release a new video. And if you want to review the modal verb must that we mentioned earlier, click up here to go and watch my video on it. That's all from me for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.